If your child struggles with ADHD-related focus, concentration, and behavior challenges, then the first few months of school is often the toughest time for your family by far. It's harder for a child with an ADHD brain to establish good routines and habits for day-to-day things like studying, getting homework done and turned in, and then falling asleep and staying on task. So as the weeks pile up and we start to get into the thick of the school year, things can really start to get tough with poor grades, behavioral problems, and more. Now add in the onslaught of Halloween candy and all the holiday parties coming up and treats coming up in the next couple months. And this is the time of year when ADHD challenges can really be the hardest. So, who is this video for? This is for you, mom and dad, parents who want their ADHD child to absolutely thrive and overcome these challenges in a different and better way this school year by tapping into the natural, drug-free ADHD solutions and options that we'll break down in this video. So we're going to talk about the nervous system. You'll learn all about how ADHD kids end up constantly stuck on what we call the gas pedal neurologically, leading to a non-stop fight or flight sympathetic dominance, which creates and leads to hyperactivity, impulsivity, trouble focusing, and difficulty sleeping. But even more importantly, you'll learn how to finally get your raging bull, gas pedal stuck on kiddo to calm down, better focus, and regulate by tapping into their brake pedal system and something called the vagus nerve. We'll get a little extra nerdy and neurological in this video, but we'll also keep it crazy simple and straightforward so that you can finally learn how to help your child with ADHD without the use of heavy-hitting, side effect-laced medications. So stay tuned. So as you may realize, ADHD is a common diagnosis. We see tons of kids in our practice with this label or this condition. And so having tried everything, parents will bring their kids to a neurologically focused chiropractic office like ours and get amazing results because we're focused on the nervous system. So you may have a child yourself who struggles with this, and I'm going to dive into the science of how the nervous system affects children and creates this condition. So first, we're going to go through symptoms and challenges, and there are 5 different ways that ADHD can have significant and negative impact on a child's performance in school. So we have to understand these. Number 1 is difficulty focusing and sustaining attention. Children with ADHD often struggle with maintaining focus and attention on tasks, including schoolwork. So an overactive sympathetic nerve system can exacerbate this issue, leading to increased distractibility. In a classroom setting, they may find it challenging to concentrate on lessons, leading to missed instructions and difficulty completing these assignments. So number 2 is impulsivity and impaired decision making. Sympathetic dominance can contribute to impulsive behavior. Children with ADHD may act on their impulses without considering the consequences. In a school environment, this can only manifest as speaking out of turn, disruptive behavior, or difficulty following classroom rules, all of which can hinder their learning and disrupt the learning experience for others. Number 3, restlessness and hyperactivity. Some children with ADHD exhibit hyperactivity, which can be exacerbated by an overactive sympathetic nervous system. They may have difficulty sitting still for extended periods of time and leading to restlessness and fidgeting in the classroom. This restless behavior can make it challenging for them to engage in quiet, focused tasks such as reading or taking tests. Number 4, poor time management and organization. So children with ADHD often struggle with time management and organizational skills. An overactive sympathetic nervous system can make it even harder for them to plan, prioritize, and complete tasks within set timeframes. This can result in missed deadlines, forgotten assignments, and a sense of frustration and inadequacy in school. And 5th, emotional dysregulation. An overactive sympathetic nervous system can contribute to emotional dysregulation, including heightened stress responses. So children with ADHD may be more prone to frustration, anxiety, and mood swings. In a school setting, these emotional challenges can lead to difficulties in managing frustration or handling peer interactions, potentially leading to behavioral problems or social difficulties. So, what are the causes, neurology, and the chiropractic connection? Well, number one, each different challenge is caused by the same thing. What I mean by that is that the most frustrating thing about ADHD is that it causes such a multitude of challenges in a single day in the life of a child, but most especially at school. But in the same breath, what is actually good news with this is that we often get to share with parents that it's all caused by the same thing: an overactive and excessively stimulated sympathetic fight or flight side of the nervous system. Number two, stuck on sympathetic overdrive gas pedal versus brake pedal and vagus nerve shutdown. So we refer to this side of the nervous system as the gas pedal, and we find that 90% or more of these kids had their brain and nervous system stuck in this way from the very beginning of life, having developed during a stressful and highly emotional pregnancy possibly, then birth interventions such as traumas like forceps, vacuum, induction, or emergency C-section births, and then went through early childhood challenges like colic, recurrent ear infections, frequent tantrums and meltdowns, difficulties sleeping, and so forth. This also means that their parasympathetic brake pedal, which is really run by the vagus nerve, is shut down and suppressed and can't activate and do its job when the brain and nervous system really needs to do it. So, number three, they do not grow out of all of this. All of those stressors and interventions during pregnancy and delivery are termed quote unquote normal by the medical system, as are the early childhood stressors that most pediatricians still believe that children will grow out of. But that is simply not the case, as the research in neurology shows us that instead many of these kids grow into neurological challenges later in life, like ADHD. So if your child is struggling big time right now as the school year turns into holiday season and you do not want to medicate them or continue to adjust higher dosages and different drugs, then learning more about neurologically focused chiropractic care that we provide at Restore Chiropractic is your best next step. So we do not seek to treat or cure ADHD, but instead we tap into the incredible potential your child's nervous system has and seek to make neurologically focused adjustments that actually activate the brake pedal side of their brain and nervous system, which helps finally turn down and shut off the constantly stuck on sympathetic fight or flight gas pedal that we've been talking about in this video. So to learn more about drug-free options for ADHD and how our care protocols work, please click the link below or in our bio to read in-depth articles about ADHD, what really causes it, and what drug-free options are out there to help. So thank you for your time. I really appreciate you tuning in, and let us know if you have any questions or concerns. We'd love to be of assistance to help you.